Alright, abusafo mame chiao, amo kwaba. Mfamra kasa foni so nimdie news na abusafo His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama on appointment. Eno kwa appointed the Mayor of Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly can say KMA. Na okobo Richard Ofori Ajiman Boadi. Adodo na enim se friend say Kinzuba. Ono waye former DC ewo Obuasi. Samre de ono ni abone din as the Kumasi Mayor. Na abra omuto aba de approve no ewo KMA ho the assemblymen and as the electorate to aba the man say ono na you imagine to say Omeye Kumasi Mayor. Na for during his speech no and same be on the two Jan and na I generated a whole lot of conversation oh my Ghana mu na some media and some kind no akodi ayewura Kwesi Pratt na ono so ariate edin same be to just say he will be very surprised to see this kind of person in office. Now to the extent say or question a kwan a far so kra etimi dey appointed Patrick Ofori Ajiman Kinzuba etimi manukoye KMA boss na abusafo ansana no obi bebusa se ensembe na Kinzuba edetu edwa ensem odetu edwa ne sem ono abra wa beye KMA boss no wonpe ensema ede call law enforcement agency BT say police ono de oye do before complain eninti so oba na edwadefo ye maamenom ye nuanom a edwuma eni o man mu no eninti no mo ankasa etima keke o munsase eye edwuma anaso mutonton no ma ewo ekwa ho any pavement so no omuduru ha o boys makoma 10 na abusafo they will flog you na chese ombebo ansana oyi normal afri ho na ebiemu nso so osache mu se ohun se enantwie bi enenam within the metropolis ono so obeche omu ameye komu de akoye aduane ede ama the prison service na sansem we na anye Kwesi Pratt de ananopai ono so abanmonte so ede ensem bibiri na etu edwa abusuafo yenkoni nguti wiafo adwenche etu comment section no ase let's enjoy Kwesi Pratt
reasons. Okay. Now, according to the mayor, any trader found selling on restricted pavement or in the middle of roads at the central business districts will be subjected to instant corporal punishment. Kinzuba said he has assembled a team of 10 well-built men armed with rattan canes who will patrol key commercial areas and enforce the directive without police involvement. If anyone is caught trading in the middle of the road, they will be flogged publicly. We won't waste time involving the police, he declared. I have adopted my own democratic military style. When we say leave and you don't and my boys are with me, there and then we will beat you. Okay. The mayor expressed frustration over repeated defiance from traders despite numerous warnings. This will force land. This is Asante city. We have to preserve the image. Kumasi must reflect the dignity of the Asante king. He asked traders to heed the warnings to avoid public humiliation. I won't destroy your goods or seize them, but if you deserve 10 lashes, you will get them on the spot. I don't want to come to that, but if you push me, you would feel it. And then, of course, the other one also goes to talk about slaughtering stray cattle, and he's told us what he wants to do there, the slaughtering of the stray cattle. Now, before we start this, I want us to watch him say so that it will just not be about what the newspapers are reporting. Now let's watch him.
What we're going to do. And that is where I need your support. As for me, I don't like reporting too many things to the police. I don't want a situation whereby we'll put in place a police team, we'll go arrest people, and then they go to the police station and they find their own means and they are back on the street. That would be a waste of time and resources for me. So I have my own democratic military style, which I'll be implementing. When we say leave this space, and you don't leave this space, and I get there, I am not lucky, and my boys are with me, there and then, we'll beat you. There, in the middle of a doom. If you're not lucky, if I'm alone, you'll be lucky. But if I'm there, and my 10 boys are in their pickup with me, with their hips, trust me.
If you are caught doing the wrong things, we will beat you. That's what the man says. So, I'll flog you. I will beat you.
Yeah.
You know, he was very direct about it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I am completely shocked by this public display of lawlessness. I mean, extreme lawlessness. And for me, the most important question is, how did such a person get appointed as a municipal chief executive for Kumasi? How did he get appointed? Who interviewed him? That's the critical question for me. You understand? Because from the way he's talking, I mean, if you sit down with him for 5 minutes, it should be possible to discern what his orientation is. But he was interviewed.
Yeah.
He went through a system and got approval to become municipal chief executive of one of the biggest cities in Ghana. This is the shock. The shock is not so much what he says, but how he got to that position. Something must be wrong with the system of appointment.
Yeah.
Something is seriously wrong with the system of appointment. If these are the people who are getting appointed, then something is wrong. There's a guy who is telling us that, look, I'm going to be lawless. That's what he's saying. Because under what law is he going to engage in public flogging of citizens? I mean, one would have thought that these things ended with 1979, 1981. This hiring and so on. This is exactly what he's talking about. And I'm completely scandalized, you know, by the kind of statements he's making. And I think that I will even be more scandalized if by tomorrow he's still at post. If after this display he's still at post, it will be a huge statement about the appointing authority. Not so much about him, but about the appointing authority and those who are going to keep him in office. This will not be tolerated anywhere. You know, it is this kind of mindset which has led to Duterte being flown to the International Criminal Court.
Yeah.
It is this kind of mindset.
Yeah.
And God knows if we encourage this, where it will lead to. People who can publicly declare that I have no confidence in the judiciary, I have no confidence in the police, I have my own democratic military way of doing things. And then we are going to flog people in public. We are going to beat.
Yeah.
It's not just the flogging. He actually talks about beating people.
Yeah.
This is shocking. I mean, I never expected that we'll come to this. This is completely shocking. And this calls for a complete review of the processes of appointing public officers. Complete review.
True.
Because if such people can slip through these processes of appointing public officers, then this country is in big trouble. Who decided that he should become the Metropolitan Chief Executive for Kumasi? How was he interviewed? Who tested his credentials? This is a huge problem.
You know, interestingly, Kwesi, you know, he was subsequently interviewed on some other media platforms, and he actually justified the decision.
Yeah.
And he was asked if the president was aware he has the approval or the endorsement or the blessing of the president, because you are the representative of the president over there, per the very structure of our local governance architecture. The man said, well, it's not about the president. It's about what is good for the people of Kumasi. And he has come to a certain realization that until he starts beating the people won't do the right things. And the presenter also asked him, is the Otumfuo aware of this? Have you had any word with the Otumfuo that this is how you intend to fix?
He is not an appointee of the Otumfuo.
Yes, no, he's not. I agree with you.
And that's one of the problems that I found with this interview.
Yes.
Because he repeatedly said that he was working for Otumfuo.
Yes.
You were not appointed.
Oh, so you listened to the same interview I'm talking about?
I listened to the interview.
Yes.
I mean, people should get their roles right.
Yes.
Municipal, district chief executives and so on are appointees of the president.
Strictly speaking, finish.
The municipal chief executive for Cape Coast is not an appointee of the Ogwa Omahine.
Yeah.
It's an appointee of the president.
Yeah.
You understand? This mixture, this sometimes I think is deliberate.
Yeah.
You know, it should come to an end. They must understand their roles. You know, they are not part of the.
Okay.
You know, I mean, what is this?
No, I understand.